Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? Hope you're all well. And yesterday was the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. But we have to remember Dr. King's work all throughout the year. We have to do both the community service projects, such as feed, food kitchens for the homeless and helping disabled veterans, all that community service stuff. And also like packing school bags for kids. But also, we must continue the work of ending the injustices in our country. And we must forego the traditional media generated idea of King as this sanitized saint, this harmless little old peacenik, who the FBI was terrified of so much they wanted to ruin his reputation and even tell him to commit suicide. And which makes it ironic that the FBI yesterday put out a message on X, formerly known as Twitter, commemorating the Martin Luther King holiday. But that's what happens to great freedom fighters after they passed away for a while, and then they build statues for them. And one serious business we have to take care of is fighting the idea of fascism, fighting fascism in all its manifestations. Yesterday was the Iowa caucuses, and learning about the weather in Iowa as I did, I knew that only the most zealous people would dare to trek throughout sub-zero temperatures and the snow to cast their ballots in the caucuses, and that happened to be the followers of Donald J. Trump. He won handily the Iowa caucuses. And which means he has a good chance of being the nominee of the Republicans in the general election. And everybody's talking about, oh, Sleepy Joe, he doesn't know what he's doing. And Trump's a genius? Of course. It's been the message he's touted all for decades. That he's this brilliant business whiz who can negotiate any deal, handle any business situation. Which is why he went bankrupt several times and defaulted on payments to his contractors and had to go to his father for money to bail him out of the trouble he had with his casinos. He goes bankrupt running a casino. How does that happen? And that's the big business whiz. And he is a racist and an anti-Semite and a misogynist and a rapist and a hypocrite and a traitor. Either a traitor or a dupe of Putin and the other. Putin, Xi Jinping, and Kim Jong-un, and all the other despots in the world. He's their guy. He gives in to them. He wants to emulate them. And if he gets a second term, he will emulate them. He'll be a dictator, as he said on day one. But that's what all dictators say when they want to destroy democracy. It's piece by piece and bit by bit. And they tell you, Well, it's just temporary. We'll loosen up when things get calm. And they continue to tighten their grip. We cannot let this happen. To do so would be the undoing of all the work of Dr. King and Bayard Rustin and A. Philip Randolph and all the great freedom fighters in American history. Excuse me. Yes, you know they're going to undo all the civil rights legislation, undo protections for workers, and criminalize abortion again. I remember those good old days. And they'll bring and the evangelical Christians who actually believe he's some sort of Messiah type figure will continue to vote for him. This man who is antithetical to everything Jesus of Nazareth taught. Be compassionate of the poor and sick and powerless. That's not Trump's message, and that's not their attitude. We got to stop it. Nip this in the bud. Kill this cancer while we can kill it. And he'll howl and scream and whine about the stolen election, that he should be president for some reason. For what? So he could compensate in his ego for being the loser he is? To compensate for being a business failure? To feel like something other than a loser? To please his daddy, who was a bit of a vicious prick himself, a racist and an anti-Semite himself? That's what we're up against. And as part of that work of raising consciousness, I urge you to take part in the community service work that the MLK holiday promotes, like filling school bags for kids and food banks and soup kitchens and homeless shelters, all that, and helping the homeless and people with a drug and alcohol problem, homeless veterans, homeless women, all those social problems. Anything in your neighborhood related to anything like that, I urge you to participate in, so you know your connection with other people, so you know what a social problem looks like up front, so you know that you could be in the same boat with them, except for the grace of God. So, do both. Take part in community service work and raise your own consciousness to stand up to the fascists and bullies and tyrants, not just abroad, but at home. There's plenty of tyrants and neo-fascists at home, starting with the orange ogre, the nectarine Nazi, the tangerine tumor. Fight against them whenever you can. And when election time comes, vote. Vote in the massest numbers. Encourage your friends to vote. Drive your friends to the polls. But get out there and vote. Okay, I'm all talked out now. For now. For now. More is to come. And now advertisements. All this work I do is work, which I take seriously. My podcasts and my YouTube channel and my blog and my poetry, all my fiction, all my journalistic work, all that I do cost money. I believe I should be paid for what I am worth. I value my work that much. Therefore, if you could send me some support, some donation, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Below you see my website, johnomason.com. Please get on that website and click the buttons either for Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal. I'd be very grateful for anything you donate. And also, my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It's the story of David Lucas, who, as a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk and a horror chaser and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out of the army a fanatical, born-again Christian, determined to be a manly man for Jesus. But the way he goes about it leads him to disaster. So do please purchase my novel, Soldier of the Cross, on Amazon.com. Thank you. And now, Hemperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you will find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Gummies and candies and flour and drinks and lip balm and teas and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Yep, dog treats. Do please look them up. HemperificLLC.com. And also, my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, and help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Do please look her up, growwithsnow.com. Okay? Now, that's our work cut out for us. And no matter what the weather, whether it's scorching hot or virtual Siberia in Iowa, do please get out there and do your civic duties. Connect with your neighbors and get out there and vote. We're all in it. We're all in the same boat. Don't let anybody sink it for their ego or vanity or spite. Thanks. Bye.